Another big story we've been talking about is football fans around the world fail to recognize the sacrifice NFL players make for our entertainment. We've seen big hits, broken bones, gruesome injuries, but the game should never become a matter of life or death. As you wake up this morning, defensive back Damar Hamlin continues to fight for his life after an early game collision that sent him into cardiac arrest during the Bills' primetime Monday night matchup with the Bengals. The 24-year-old remains in critical but stable condition at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center after medics provided 9 minutes of life-saving CPR as millions watched on national television. Our next guest, the brother of Bills safety coach Jim Salgado, has been insuring and protecting athletes for 30 years. Joining me now is CEO of Coastal Advisors Insurance Consultants, Rich Salgado. Rich, welcome to Wake Up America. So the latest update on Damar Hamlin coming from his uncle, Dorian Glenn, who claims his nephew remains on a ventilator in the ICU as doctors work to get him to breathe on his own. In a separate interview, Glenn added that Hamlin seems to be trending upwards in a positive way. Rich, your brother is Hamlin's safety coach with the Buffalo Bills. What have you heard from him, and what can you tell us?
You know what? I honestly know as much as everyone else does. The most important thing for me was to make sure that my brother was okay with everything that was going on. And then the second most important thing is Damar Hamlin. This is much bigger than the game of football. And I think I keep asking everyone, whether it's on TV or social media, to keep Damar Hamlin in your prayers, as well as the Bills organization, all the people that are affiliated with the game of football, because a lot of people don't understand that, yes, football is a sport, but it's like a family. So when you watch a family member go down in whatever situation or whatever case it may be, it hits home very hard. That's why you saw all these players being emotional, upset, and the NFL, kudos to them for stopping the game and not going forward. Because, again, this is about a human being. It's not about a game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I know one of the players caught an Uber to go and to be at the hospital with him. Second-year safety, he had to be resuscitated twice, once on the field and again when he arrived at the hospital. You have 30 years of experience insuring athletes. Have you ever seen anything that compares to this?
Never in my life. I mean, I've seen injuries. I've never seen an ambulance go on a football field and take a player off it. And, the way they did things that night, again, kudos to the NFL and to the Bengals, the stadium, and everyone that was involved, because everything was done in such a great fashion. And that's me saying this. I'm sure there'll be other people who'll say differently. But you know what? They got the player out of there. They resuscitated him. And now, obviously he's fighting for his life in ICU. But according to what you mentioned earlier, it seems like he's on an upward climb.
Yeah, we're learning a lot about Damar Hamlin, how he's a family guy and how charities are important to him. Your brother, obviously, being his coach, safety coach. Does he have any stories to share with us to talk about this athlete?
No, you know what? Not in particular, but I will say this. They are a close-knit unit. I mean, everything about that team, from the management or ownership all the way down to the last position that works in that building, that's one big family. So I know they're a tight-knit unit. And again, everyone's got their fingers crossed, and we keep sending out prayers to make sure that Damar walks out of there, waves, and gets back to his family.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned the tight-knit family. So as the world awaits on his condition, we are learning to know a little bit more about the type of person he is. He's giving back to his community. So he has this toy drive that he set up, and it's raised more than $6 million since the injury, shattering his $2,500 goal. What do you make of this outpour of support and the unity shown by NFL fans across the world?
You know what? It's incredible. And kudos to everyone out there that made this happen, and I'm sure it'll continue to grow. And it says a lot about people. This is a human being. Remember, it's Damar Hamlin who plays for the Bills, but first and foremost, he's Damar Hamlin,
right,
a human being. So human beings are getting together to help this young man not only get through this injury through prayer and support, and also, with his charity.
Absolutely. And our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family. We are praying that he gets a fast recovery. Rich Salgado, thank you so much for your time and insight. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Of course.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the
truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let
me decide.
Newsmax.
real news
For real people.